Next is from Luke Ryan, and the subject is Brian Cage's backstage heat. That's interesting. In Impact, despite getting the title, Brian Cage was, I felt, still booked to look pretty weak towards the end by losing to Tessa Blanchard. Hey, she could beat the crap out of me in a shoot, but I'm not built like a superhero. Then when he came into WWE 2, otherwise known as AEW, I thought, okay, they're going to make him a megastar. Almost immediately, he was booked to look weak and hasn't changed since. Brian Cage seems like the ideal top guy in any company, yet he's been used like total crap almost everywhere. As the great Conan says, he must have heat. So K100 team, does Brian Cage have a bad backstage reputation? I've never read anything about him on the dirt sheets, but we all know that most of them are on the AEW payroll anyway. Plus, there was a rumor going around on Reddit that Cage failed a physical and drug test with WWE, which is why he eventually went to AEW, who don't drug test at all. Have you guys heard any of that? I didn't hear anything about the drug testing and stuff, any of that stuff, but I will say this, is that we have had on this show a booker from when Don Callis is on, and sometimes Brian Cage is put in spots and he doesn't give you what you wanted out of him. And I've been critical of some of his work on this show because I think he's too big to be working like the way bro, he's a leg slapper, and he should not be a leg slapper. Right. And he's doing he's doing the stuff that all the other guys could do because he can. And it's like, dude, you need to visualize yourself as you're way bigger than these guys. You should just be killing them out there. And because he's in a company now where everybody's friendly and they don't want to make each other look bad, it's like he's in that.
No, and here's the thing. He's like a small guy trapped in a big guy's body, almost like Luchasaurus, because I'll tell you this. When I first started wrestling in Mexico, I was way bigger than everybody. So I had to fight like older guys, and they would always tell me, "Yeah, put him in a bear hug," and I was like, "That," and I wanted, I was young, I wasn't injured, I wanted to do cool shit, so I wanted to fly around as a big guy, Right. And Cage kind of grew up with that, but he's incredible. Luchasaurus isn't, but here's the thing, bro. As much as I like Tessa's in-ring work, I would have never had her beat Cage because it wasn't necessary. Maybe they knew they weren't going to re-sign him, and that's why they had her beat him to give her more credibility. But then again, they weren't sure she was going to sign because she left while she was a champion. Her contract worked out. Her contract ran out.
I want to watch that match someday because I see these intergender matches, and I don't think any of these people have done as good as I did.
Yeah. And so let me just say this real quick. I worked with him in Lucha Underground, AAA, Impact, and he's one of the most unselfish, professional, and nicest guy you're ever going to meet. That's why he fits in with the nice guy crowd at AEW. To me, AEW's made a lot of booking mistakes, and one of them, to me, one of the biggest so far is dropping the ball on Cage because I think he's money and a superstar. Nothing against Cassidy, but to me, Cage has a higher ceiling than Cassidy and 90% of the guys there.
Can he talk, or is Taz a necessary part of the act?
Not a good talker.
He's not a good talker.
Not a good talker, no.
Yeah, okay.